All right, let's talk about artificial intelligence. We have this really complicated relationship with it, don't we? We're constantly being told it's the future, this amazing super intelligence that's going to run our lives with, perfect efficiency. But how much of that is just hype? And what's the actual reality? Let's dig in and find out. I mean, we hear promises just like this all the time. These huge, grand declarations that AI is right on the verge of mastering the most complicated human tasks out there, from driving our cars to basically running the whole world. It's a really powerful and, yeah, pretty exciting vision. And this vision has kind of become its own modern myth. The story we're told is that these flawless, data-driven algorithms are the key to solving our most deeply, deeply human problems. Right? From our love lives to our health to our finances, the promise is always one of optimization and perfection. Tech companies are selling us this future where all the messy, unpredictable parts of just being human are, well, they're simply solved by a better algorithm. But, and this is a really big bet, what actually happens when you put these systems to the test in the real world? Yeah, when we look past all the marketing, a very different picture starts to emerge. That flawless superintelligence, it often stumbles pretty badly when it comes up against the complexities of real life. Let's just look at a few examples. 93%. So when police in Cardiff used a facial recognition system to screen 170,000 soccer fans, that was its false alarm rate. Think about that. Almost every single person it flagged as a potential criminal was completely innocent. $62 million. That is how much a world-renowned cancer center spent on IBM's Watson before they had to fire it. Why? Because it was giving incorrect and, in some cases, genuinely unsafe treatment advice. And this was the error rate of the Compass algorithm. This is a system that's been used in U.S. courts to predict if a defendant might reoffend. Turns out it was no more accurate than just asking random people recruited online. Seriously. So what is going on here? How can these systems that can master insanely complex games like chess and Go fail so spectacularly at tasks that honestly seem a lot more straightforward? Well, the answer lies in a really simple but powerful idea. And that powerful idea is called the stable world principle. This is the key. It's the key to understanding both what AI is absolutely brilliant at and where it just completely falls apart. Okay, so here's the crucial point. AI thrives in what we call stable worlds. Think of a game like chess. The rules are totally fixed, all the possible moves are known, and the goal is crystal clear. This is a world of risk, where you can actually calculate probabilities. But most of life, it's not like that at all. It's a world of uncertainty, where the rules are always changing, surprises happen, and the future is fundamentally unknowable. And this is where that difference just becomes so clear. On one side, you have the stable worlds where AI totally wins. Chess, unlocking your phone, translating grammar rules. Simple. But on the other side, you've got the uncertain world where humans still have the edge. Navigating chaotic traffic, trying to find a life partner, raising a kid. The thing is, most of our world, the world that really truly matters, is on the right side of this chart. And once you start to see the world this way, those failures we talked about earlier suddenly make a whole lot more sense. A crowded stadium isn't a stable chessboard. A unique cancer patient isn't some predictable game. They're all uncertain worlds. And because most of us don't really get this fundamental difference, we get fooled by these impressive-looking results that don't actually predict to the future. Which brings us to a classic logical trap. So let me ask you a little riddle. Imagine there's this Texas sharpshooter who never, ever misses. He just shoots at the side of his barn, and every single shot is a perfect bullseye. So, how does he do it? It's simple. He shoots first, and then he paints the target around the bullet holes. And this is just a brilliant illustration of how so many AI predictions really work. They aren't predicting the future. They're just fitting a model to data that's already there. They find a little cluster of bullet holes and draw a target around it, calling it a prediction. It looks super impressive, but it's an illusion. Now, this illusion of predictive power, it isn't just some academic problem. It's the very promise that's used to justify the huge business model that runs the entire modern internet. A model that needs endless amounts of our personal data, which creates a whole new set of issues. To get this model, just imagine a coffee house. The coffee is totally free. The catch? The tables are bugged to record everything you say, and salespeople are constantly interrupting you to sell you stuff they think you'll like. Would you go there? Probably not.
but that's basically the deal we all accept online every single day. The service is free because our data and our attention, that's the real product being sold.
And to get as much of that sellable time as possible, these platforms are designed to be addictive, using principles that come straight out of old school psychology experiments. It's a simple but really powerful loop. A trigger, like you posting a photo, leads to an unpredictable reward, like a sudden burst of likes, which creates a craving and just keeps you coming back for more. It's like a slot machine for your brain.
So, faced with all these flawed algorithms and these super addictive platforms, what are we supposed to do? Well, the goal isn't to just abandon technology. It's to become more discerning, more critical, and to make sure we stay in charge. You know, professional fact checkers use a few simple but really powerful rules that we can all adopt. First, read laterally. That means before you get deep into some article, open a new tab and investigate the source itself. Who's behind us? Second, exercise click restraint. Don't just automatically click the top search result. Scan the whole page for clues. Third, once you figure out a site's agenda, go back and reread their stuff with that new perspective. And finally, you have to ignore the surface features. A really slick professional design doesn't guarantee anything. Look, at the end of the day, technology is a tool. It has incredible potential, for sure, but it also has limits and dangers we're really just beginning to understand. The real challenge isn't about building a better AI. It's about us, as humans, learning how to navigate this world these tools are creating. It's about staying smart and, most importantly, staying in charge.